As stocks and bonds wake up after a holiday weekend, bonds and yields hit a 19-month low. Joining me, and let's welcome him back, is Jonathan Corpina. Jonathan, hope you had a great barbecue weekend. Why is this such negative news?
I did. Thanks for having me back. I think the negative news is a normal theme that we continue to hear with this market, right? I mean, over the weekend, everyone was watching comments coming out of the President Trump and the meetings that were going on in Japan. I think mixed news, mixed headlines that we continue to see, and especially this weekend, was really prevalent. I think that's what's putting pressure on our markets across all indices and across all assets classes.
Meanwhile, China's largest chip maker, SMIC, is planning to delist from the New York Stock Exchange. We have Alibaba looking to do a secondary listing in Hong Kong. Is this business, or is there some sort of political motivation here?
There's a lot of politics behind that, and I think these companies clearly have a lot of political influence behind them, and then they're using this as a way of just throwing other forks in the fire to see what gets President Trump to move and what his reaction is going to be. Clearly, what we saw this weekend was some interesting moves by President Trump. One day saying that things are relatively getting close, and the next day things are further apart, and we're not that close, and the tariffs are going to be higher. So should be concerning, I think, for me and for some investors to see what happens in the next few weeks.
Kind of thing was bound to happen to see even in the stock market. While the U.S. and China relationship simmers, I guess you could say, we do have some positive relationship news. Renault and Fiat could possibly join to make the third largest auto group in the world. Any comments on that and the impact?
Clearly we've seen that before. I think since 2008, 2009, during the financial crisis, we've seen a lot of these larger automobile companies join together and join forces. I think when you're looking at these large companies and these international companies, they fare better when they're in the same boat together, and they need to really to get to that point. It's taken some of them much longer to get to where we are right now, but I think this is one that has been talked about for a little while, and one that I think investors were somewhat hoping to occur, and I don't think this is the last one we're going to see. Not anytime soon, but I think what we have seen is that the mergers do work. So other automobile companies, I think, will fall into place. Just keep in mind today, at the end of the day, a large MSCI rebalance. So we're going to see a lot of volatility, a lot of volume. We're at the end of the month coming up on Friday, so we'll see a lot more volume and volatility there too.